Alright, well, bro, we gotta review one of your games. That's like the minimum.
So do you ever
Wait, let me
watch
see the
me
draft.
play?
Yeah, of course, bro. I'm a big fan.
You think I do anything good in my games?
Well, your runes are correct.
Thanks.
Alright, well, in the draft, like, do you
Wait,
ever,
is
like,
that it?
what do you... Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Alright, so now, before we even enter the game, do you ever go TP on this champ?
like once in 100 games.
Okay, what are the conditions you need to take TP?
Like if the lane is unplayable, but I still even go ignite because if I all in somebody, I like having ignite.
Okay. Now the second question becomes, what do you think TP does? What does TP do relevant to what Ignite does? TP is usually pretty defensive in laning phase, okay? In laning phase, TP is more defensive than Ignite. You get that, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. If you are in a bad lane, or if you're in a lane where you think you will get fucked early and you need a reset around level 4, because usually you can eat the first 3 levels with pots, yeah? You're still following me?
Yep.
If you need a reset level 4, TP can be really good, because if you're in a bad matchup, you don't decide how the lane goes, yeah? Like, let's say you're playing Yuumi into fucking LeBlanc. You're not gonna decide how the lane goes. LeBlanc decides everything, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in a lane where the enemy laner decides what's going to happen, you should want to take some of that power back by taking TP. Because let's say you take Ignite, it's not gonna change how the lane looks. You just want to take some sort of control back that you didn't have. Okay? So let's say you're playing into LeBlanc with Ignite, yeah?
Yep.
Okay? He doesn't have TP. And now you're level 4. Level 4, okay, and you're low HP, right? But
Yep.
you have TP and he has Ignite. Let's say you burnt one of his pots or whatever, and he doesn't crash the wave. Now you can reset, you can TP back to lane. TP. And then he's gonna be stuck in lane while you have an item lead, you're full HP, you're full mana, you TP back to lane, and his summoner does absolutely nothing while you are coming back with item lead plus full HP. So now you're in a losing matchup that you just made winning because you chose the correct summoner spell. Going Ignite against a somewhat decent player is usually just gonna lose you the game if you can manage the wave correctly. Because it's like a gamble. If you have Ignite and he has TP and he plays properly, you're gonna get fucked, and vice versa. If you take TP and he has Ignite, you're gonna get fucked. And if you both have Ignite, you're basically at like a cowboy standoff to see who like shoots the bullet the fastest, you know? In some lanes, if you think they're like impossible for Naafiri, like I don't know, I don't really know the matchups for the champ considering I don't play it. But let's say you're playing into like Malphite or I don't know, Poppy, right? Some crazy shit that you're never gonna beat. You should take TP. You just should. Because the Ignite doesn't change how your matchup looks, and Ignite scales really poorly compared to TP. Like Ignite is a really poorly scaling summoner. It's really good early game, and it's really good mid game, and it sucks late game.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go into the game actually. Okay. AFK level 1. What is the reasoning behind this?
I think I was taking a shit.
Okay. Already? Let me ask you something, okay?
Yep.
One, you mentioned the jiggle, right? The one you did right here. I'll do it like this, okay?
Yep.
To signify it. You did this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why you should keep doing this? You can do it both ways, right? You can do it up like this way, or you can do it sideways like you did, yeah?
Yep.
You
I know
get that,
why.
right? You can go both ways.
Yep.
Okay, you know why? Tell
I
me.
need to be perpendicular to the LeBlanc.
Okay. That's called box theory, but we'll get into that later.
Yep, box theory.
Yes. Yeah, the box theory is something good. You don't know what this means yet, but they're all good. Okay, the reason why you should keep clicking like this is because not only will your cursor be closer to your champion, because you can have to switch directions, which you should have your cursor close to your champion, but it also stresses out the enemy laner, so there's more moving targets, so it's much more likely that he will either miss CS or he will fuck up a trade. This is very, very common, especially in competitive, that you should try to stress out the enemy mid laner as much as possible, because at a certain point, he's going to have so much mental stack, or he's going to be so annoyed that eventually he's just bound to make mistakes. That's how you lay traps on the enemy laner, okay? So that makes sense. You should do everything in your power to bother or annoy the enemy mid laner, because eventually it's gonna fuck him up in some sort of way. It's gonna make him miss yes, it's gonna make him fuck up a combo, it's gonna make him do a bad play or a bad reset, etc, etc.
What if I spam emotes?
Yeah, you can. It's not a bad idea.
You spam emotes?
Not really, no. But you
Oh.
can do it. It's not
Look
horrible.
how focused I look, bro.
Yeah, you're locked in, bro.
Yes.
Okay. But we need to go back already.
No way I made a mistake
'Cause-
already.
Of course. In this matchup, do you want to push towards LeBlanc or do you want LeBlanc to push towards you? What do you think?
On paper, I want her to push to me.
Okay, so I agree with you. For me, I say you should want the wave to be here.
Yep,
This is where you would want the wave to be, in sort of this pocket.
I agree. And I can explain
You
why.
agree with me? Okay, tell me.
I want
'Cause I agree with you.
because if she's on my side of the lane, first of all, she's more vulnerable. But number two, it's way easier for me to like run her down to her side. If she's under her turret, she just farms safely for free, and she's basically I'm allowing her to like chill in the lane. Whereas if she's on my side, I put her in like a pressured position, and then I can trade nicely and run her down the lane. True or false?
This is true. There might actually be hope for you yet. There might be
Okay.
hope for you.
Okay, there might be hope for me. Come.
This is actually the answer I was looking for, okay?
Yep.
But now we agreed that you want the minions to be here, yeah?
Yep. But I did not think about this during this game.
No, you did not.
Yep.
But if you want the minions to be here, you should create a situation for yourself that makes the minion wave go here. You agree?
Mhm. Yes, I completely agree.
Okay. So if you want the minion wave to be right there, why the fuck do you queue the wave?
Okay. Okay, but wait, you're missing something. Rewind. Now play. I'm gonna say pause at a certain time, and you need to pause. Pause. Boom. Wait, play for 1 split nanosecond. Pause. Go again. Boom. Okay, here. She lined up with the minions. I'm trying to throw my Q so it hits everybody. Hello.
Okay, you want the Q? You okay. So you want the Q to hit this and this and then her as well.
Yes, to maximize the Q, but I do this all the
get a
time
max
in
win.
lane. Yes. This is
Okay.
this is my top process when I play in the Fury and I lane phase. I always try last hit minions with Q and also hit my opponent.
Okay, it's a good idea, but the idea is correct about this, okay? But you need to make sure, for example, on LeBlanc, we agree that it's common for LeBlanc to start W and W auto you on your head level 1. This is pretty common trade pattern, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, there's the situation now where she starts Q and she just Qs your head and clicks back, or there's the situation where she Ws you, autos you, and Ws back, yeah? You agree with me? These
Yep.
are the two only options. Because there's no way he's starting E into Fury when your dogs are just gonna tank the E. You
Mhm.
agree, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so let's just say most likely he's gonna start W. This is the most common. Sure, he can start Q, but the most common is W. If you position yourself permanently inside of your wave and he starts W, what's gonna happen?
Oh my god, he's gonna get max win as well. He's gonna W my whole wave and me.
Yeah, for this situation, yeah. But okay. Let me flip the argument. If he Ws you and you're, for example, just only standing on your casters, let's say you're only standing on these right here, right?
Yeah.
And he Ws you and he doesn't W on top of the melees. If he Ws these minions and you don't Q the wave, what do you think happens?
The wave pushes to me.
And is this a good or bad situation?
It's good.
Okay, so where should you be standing?
At the back with my minions.
Okay. Now you can flip the argument and you can say if you don't want the wave to push into you, you can stand right here or right here because you don't want to give him a max win. You don't want him to get all 3 minions and you, right?
Yep.
You should give him the small win. You should give him only damage on you or only damage on minions. You can't give him both, yeah? And this, if you stand on top of these and he Ws you, this will give you a max win next wave because then he stands here.
Oh my god, bro, you're a genius.
Thank you, bro. But you turn this into a reverse win, bro, because you're gonna end up doing this minion.
Yeah.
Now what happens to the wave?
It's completely fucked.
It's gonna push into him, yeah?
Yep.
Now that's a minimum win, bro. That's the lowest we can get.
Jesus.
So we've played exactly 3 seconds of the lane and we fucked it.
So you're saying I fucked my entire lane in 3 seconds?
Yeah, essentially. But of course, no game is lost in 3 seconds. That is impossible, no matter what elo. But you're setting yourself up for the reverse of greatness. You're setting yourself up for failure.
The reverse of greatness, good heavens.
Yeah. But we can fix you. All good. Now, let's keep watching. Let's see what happens. Okay, try to do the second Q on LeBlanc. It's fine. Okay. This LeBlanc has not used an ability yet in 15 seconds of gameplay. Okay, we're tapping out mid laning phase. Like, what is this, bro? What is this?
Yo.
Like, what is this, bro?
No, I like all topic. Yeah, also, keep in mind I'm 7 losses in, I think, or like 6 losses.
Okay, yeah. This is part of my macro decisions. Can you stop tapping out? Okay, so now you know he started W.
Yep.
Yeah, now this guy started W, and he just W'd you inside of the wave.
Yep, that's not what I want.
Okay, that because you already fucked the wave on wave 1, that's not what you want. So now, how do you fix this to get the wave to push into you? I will go back to Fraser. Look, okay, tapping out again. Okay, now even if he W's you inside of the wave, it's not gonna push towards you. It's just not.
Yeah.
So what do you need to do with this wave to get the next one to push into you?
Hard shove. Crush it.
Okay, I will give you two options, okay? If you slow push this, do you know what a slow push is?
Yep.
Or do you want me to explain
I
it?
only last hit.
Okay, essentially, that's what a slow push is, okay? A slow push is between 1 and 2 minions more than the enemy. 3 minions will be a freeze, yeah?
Yep.
So between 1 to 2, this is going to be a slow push, okay?
Yep.
If a slow push crashes into a turret, I'll type C for crash. If a slow push crashes into a turret before a wave arrives, like let's say a wave is here and the slow push has crashed the turret here, right?
Uh-huh.
The slow push will turn into a bounce, and the bounce means the wave will be right here for you. Because, okay, let me explain it. On the next wave, let's say that there's no bounce, okay, then the wave is going to be neutral. Neutral means the wave is going to be right here in the middle, just
Yep.
like level 1.
Yep.
That's what a neutral wave is. If it bounces, it means that all 6 of his minions will be targeting one of your minions, which is going to then create a slow push for you.
Yep.
Okay? So what I'm trying to get at here is, if you slow push this, okay, S for slow push, you slow push, then you crash, then it turns into a bounce, which turns into a slow push, which turns into you being on this side of the map. And then
Yep.
your lane is 1 again.
Slow
Okay,
crash,
it's
bounce, slow push into where I wanted to be.
Yes. Okay. If you crash the wave right now, look where your next wave is. It's not even spawned yet. Look, I'm gonna play for you. You can see below your nexus when your next wave spawns, yeah? Look.
Yeah.
It's still not spawned. Still not spawned. Still not. Now it spawns. You see the
Yeah.
first minions?
But won't this make my wave neutral though?
Yes, because you push now, because you're pushing too early, the next wave is gonna be put into neutral.
Yeah, but if isn't neutral kind of also a good thing because maybe he starts pushing into me regardless, no?
Okay, if you put the wave into neutral and he W's on top of your head on the next wave, it's gonna turn into a slow push for him, okay?
Yep.
And a slow push for him means you can hold the wave right here.
Yep.
So actually, him slow pushing becomes good for you. You agree? You need to get the neutral into a slow push by him making a mistake. You agree? He needs to W on top of you while you're in the neutral wave for him to get the slow push. You agree?
Yep.
We talked about this earlier, yeah? Okay. But you don't need him to make any mistakes on this wave. This has nothing to do with him. Okay? All it has to do with you is you just last hit the minions when they get low, and then you crash before this wave arrives, and then it turns into a slow push already. Enemy mid lane has to do nothing. There's no counterplay. So instead of relying on him griefing the neutral wave state, you can just rely on yourself to create the good situation. Okay, so that's why I wanted you to slow push this wave and crash before the next one arrives. But it's okay, no problem. Do you always level up your abilities with your cursor, bro?
No, it's just at times I play with one hand, I get bored.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's... Devin, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What is this, bro? You said you wanted the wave to be in neutral so you can just make him push into you. This is what you
No,
just
no,
told
that's
me.
what I'm saying now in hindsight.
Yeah, now in hindsight, it's easy. It's easy in hindsight, isn't it?
Yes.
The first thing you do is you just AFK push instantly.
Yes.
It's like you're telling LeBlanc, yo, bro, I'm just gonna grief the lane. Take it away, bro. Take it away. Take $1 million. Take my parents. Take my kids, bro. Fuck it. Take all of them.
No.
Fuck it, bro. By the way you're clicking, by the way you're using abilities right now, you're telling him you want to give him the max win on cooldown. You need to show your intention on every wave about what you want to do. You need to have clicks that are close to you. You need to have your cursor close to minions. You need to have your fucking finger on your W to have good intentions. Because you know, if he QWs you, you should W it. You agree with me, yeah?
Yep.
And you know that if you auto minions randomly, it's gonna push into him. You don't want it. You knew yourself that you want the wave to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're autoing minions like this, you're directly causing your own issues.
Yep.
Okay, so you should try to give yourself the best intentions you can.
Mm-hmm.
Show your good intentions with your gameplay.
But bro, when you play the game, you constantly bro, I can't fathom constantly thinking this hard every second of the game, bro.
But
for
it's
you,
autopilot
probably...
for me.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. For you, it's autopilot. But how do I bro? I need to lock in that hard when I play.
Bro,
For
if
me,
you do this for 1,000 games, if you think about this for 1,000 games, you can play with one eye open and you can do this. Every competitive player, even Chovy, even Faker, play on autopilot sometimes, even in competitive games. But what you need to understand is their level of autopilot autopilot is so much higher than everyone else's that they can play at their worst and it will still be better than our best.
That's great. Yeah, I completely agree. See, like I'm autopilot max. Like I need to start. So I need to basically start think maxing every single game until it becomes my autopilot.
Yes, bro, because your autopilot level will keep increasing if you're just not stupid every game.
I think
Even
I'm-
if it's only 1 out of 10 games where you're not stupid, your autopilot level will keep increasing. And eventually you will be the autopilot gold.
Yeah, right now my autopilot level I think is like gold.
I mean, yeah, that's low-key where we're at. But it's all good. I want to see how you keep playing, because we laned for exactly 45 seconds so far.
How did I make this many mistakes in 45 seconds?
No, this was not the half of it, bro. This is...
Don't
scratching the
ignore what
surface
happened
right now.
here. Ignore what happened here, bro.
Yeah, we W'd absolutely nothing. Okay, you're gonna crash way too early, but it's fine. Help your jungler.
Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, no, this is a disaster. I remember what happens here.
Okay, your jungler is It's all good, bro. You had a 129 ping. I get why you died here. It's all good.
Come.
It's all good, bro. Sometimes you have high ping. It happens, right?
Yep. Look, the wave is bouncing back to me.
Now the wave is bouncing. Great.
Yep.
Surely you're gonna make it back.
Yep. Look how sad I look now.
Yeah. Hey, what? Okay, now we have a pop-up question for Devin here. What's gonna happen on the next wave? There's 3 minions right here.
Yep.
The wave just crashed, and your minions, he crashed a wave below your turret.
Yep.
The wave is not gonna be in neutral now. You agree?
Yep.
His wave is gonna be right here, and it's gonna walk all the way up here.
Yep.
Okay? So, what do you think is gonna happen on this next wave that we see right here?
My wave is gonna start pushing to him.
Mm-hmm. So you're telling me you just got solo killed, and the wave is fucked.
Yeah, precisely.
And all of this happened within the first 3 seconds of laning because you threw one Q that had cancer.
Wow.
This entire situation was created by your first Q.
Wow. That's all I can say, bro. I'm speechless.
Let's go back, bro. Let's see what happens here. You see your minions on the minimap, the blue circles,
Yeah.
crash below the turret. You see the new wave coming in here, new
Yeah.
wave coming in here.
Yeah.
We've had this situation 2 times already this game. What's gonna happen on the next wave?
It's gonna bounce to me.
It's gonna bounce to you. So what is the one thing you can't do no matter what when you come back to lane?
Like push back into him.
Yes, bro. The only thing you have to not do, it doesn't matter if you're 0-1. It doesn't matter. It's 300, 400 gold. We can compensate it by being a bit smarter at League of Legends. The only thing you can't do is you can't walk back to lane and instantly push. It's the only thing you can't do, bro. It's the only thing. There's only one thing here. Even if you trade with him, it's not even that bad. Just the only thing you can't do is push. The first thing you do is push. Okay, hopefully he lets this crash. If he freezes this, you're cooked. Okay, he doesn't freeze. Freezing doesn't exist in the Zelo. That's good. Okay, recall here. Does it actually go through? Okay, recalling for boots is pretty weak base, but all good. Okay, he warded. I mean, then I don't know where the fuck you're panning your camera, bro. We're like scouting for eagles in the river. I don't get it. Okay, but okay, LeBlanc W's. I can tell from the map. You probably didn't notice, even though your map is the size of Antarctica. Like, how can you look so locked in and you can't see anything that's going on your fucking monitor? Like, this is like Stevie Wonder buying a 42-inch fucking screen. He can't see anything else, bro. You might as well play with your minimap on the smallest size. You don't see nothing. You should make it a habit to ping wards when they get placed down. He places a ward here in the middle of the lane. Okay, doing these wards are actually not that bad. You should make it a habit to ping them because you can see when they run out or when they get replaced.
Yep.
Okay, but it's fine. LeBlanc stayed now. Now he only has 2 options. He can slow push or he can crash. Probably he will crash because he's like a bob. Okay, LeBlanc is moving. Not a single ping from you. Maybe you hope Brand is like
see?
the GOAT.
Boom, I did a ping, bro.
Oh, nice. Good timing. Okay, now you could freeze this wave. Let's see. Okay. Let me throw you a question, okay? You need like, let me remove this shit, bro. You need like 75, like 70 to 60% XP to get your level 6, right? Your ult. I'm not sure if you can see the XP bar, but
Yep,
you need
I can
around
see it.
70 to 60%.
Yep.
Okay. How many minions do you think you need to get? Let's put it in waves. How many waves do you think you need to get your level 6 from this point?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay, let's say this wave dies. These, how many is this? This is 5 minions. Let's say these 5 minions die, and now you need this much. Okay?
Yep.
Next wave is a cannon wave. You probably don't know this because you don't look at your fucking map anytime. But next wave is probably a cannon wave, looks like. Will a cannon wave be able to fill up this XP?
Yep.
Okay, so it means you get level 6 on your next wave, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so now we know you get level 6 on your next wave. Now, can we agree that level 6, that's a pretty big spike for Nafiri? That's kind of, the champ is pretty online at level 6.
Yep, agreed.
Okay, so if you were to hold the wave right here and only last hit, and then you get level 6 on the next wave, what kind of situation are we in?
We're in heaven.
We're in fucking heaven, Devin.
Yeah.
So why do you walk back to lane and instantly push, bro? Okay, you get the cannon, the melee. Now Bud is taking your XP, that sucks a bit. And you got level 6 on this wave. So if we would have just not pushed the first wave, you could have held the wave right here, and you could have had level 6, and you would have been more HP, and you could have all-in'd him because your ignite is coming up in 5 seconds. So you would have been full HP straight from base, while LeBlanc has been on the map for 2 minutes in a perfect wave state with fresh level 6, with ignite, with items. Alright, let's keep playing. Okay, now the situation, you just crashed this wave. LeBlanc could have maybe held it, but now look at the waves. What's gonna happen on next?
Neutral. Or it's gonna push back to me.
It's gonna
push back
bounce
to me.
again.
Yep.
Wow, so we got another good wave state. Fantastic. Now LeBlanc could let it bounce or she can crash it. Let's see what happens. You... Not only are you tapped out, you're also on your phone back to lane.
Yes.
What the fuck am I seeing right now? What is this, bro? I'm sure I know a lot about what's going on with the wave right now.
I'm sorry.
Happens, bro. Okay, what's gonna happen to the next wave?
Neutral.
This is gonna actually be neutral. Yeah, this will be neutral.
100% neutral.
Okay, let me throw you a different question. You see LeBlanc recalling here. Actually, you don't see it because your eyes are fucking closed. But LeBlanc is recalling here, right?
Yep.
And he has ignite.
Yeah.
Which means on this wave that's in neutral, he can't be on it because it's in spawn. Yeah? Okay, so if we agreed that Nafiri is a champ that likes roaming, and you know LeBlanc is in base, and the wave state can't bounce towards you, that means what? What should you do with the wave?
Hard shove and roam.
Devin, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. If LeBlanc can't be on the wave, if she can't be on the wave, and you get an angle to crash and roam to either top or bot, you should take it, yeah? So no matter what, you should crash next wave, and you should roam either bot or top.
Yep, I'm gonna do exactly that, bro.
Are you happy with that, bro?
No, maybe I should have looked what's happening bot lane.
Really, you think?
Yeah, because I have no idea what's happening bot lane right now.
You have no idea what's going on in this game, bro. Alright, bro, let's see what happens. Okay, this is the first time I've seen you click on mid lane on the minimap. That's good. You should buy refillable, always, every game on mid lane.
Wait, really?
Yes. Okay. Okay, now let's get another point, okay? You know the component Ruby Crystal, yeah? Ruby Crystal.
Yeah.
Ruby. This is 400 gold, yeah?
Yeah.
This gives 150 HP.
Yeah.
Okay. So this means you're paying 400 bucks for 150 HP.
Yeah.
We agree. Okay. We also agreed that there's a lot of champions where you buy Ruby Crystal on. I'm sure you even buy it on a Fury when you buy Black Cleaver and whatever, right?
Yep, this is true.
And you agreed that the less HP you have, the more important it is. Because if you have 10,000 HP, getting another 150 doesn't matter.
Yep.
But if you have 900 HP, getting 150 is a lot. Yeah?
Yep, this is true.
Okay. How much HP does refillable give you?
150.
You get 2 potions. They
125.
give you 100 each.
200.
200 total.
Yep.
Okay. Now tell me how expensive is refillable potion?
150 gold.
150 gold.
Yep.
So you get 200 HP for 150 gold, and you don't want to buy it, but you want to buy Ruby Crystal for 400 gold. They give you 150 HP. Make that make sense.
Yeah, but refillable don't build into anything. A ruby is a component.
Okay. How much does refillable sell for?
I'm bad at maths.
Okay. It sells for 60.
Yep.
This means you're losing 90 gold, but you get to have 200 HP more every single time you come out of base. In lane.
So you're telling me I have to buy refillable every single game?
Unless your base is, it's literally impossible for you to buy refillable with your bases. You should buy it every game. Yeah, this
Even on Echo
refillable is
as
the
well,
best
like
item in
on
the
any
game.
champ?
On every champion, bro. Unless you play jungle. On jungle, you don't do it.
Well, yeah. Wait, in every... Okay. I smell you. So in mid lane, no matter what champion I'm playing, if I play mid, I buy refillable.
Yes.
Even, does it matter what point in the game or like as soon as possible? Like first back or what?
Well, if you buy it at minute 30, you just have 8s. But you should buy it first base most of the time. Worst case, second base.
Okay.
And then you should sell it to either finish your like first or second item, okay? Something like this. It's not worth to keep on like mid-late game because your inventory is going to be clogged by 10,000 different items.
Okay.
But for laning phase, Ruby Crystal, not Ruby Crystal, refillable is the most OP item in the game for lane.
Uh-huh.
Okay. In League, you know how IRL does body language. For
Yeah.
example, if you have like a really nerdy person in your class and they go up to do a presentation, their body language is fucking awkward and it looks weird.
Yep.
You agree with me? Okay. In League of Legends, there's also body language. The way people click, the way people move, and the way they use their abilities, that's how body language works in League, okay?
This is true. Yep.
And you can tell the intention of players by their body language. For example, let's say enemy team has a Blitzcrank and he's sitting below turret for 2 minutes straight.
Yep.
Okay? We can assume based on him sitting on turret despite playing Blitzcrank that he's probably scared, or he's bad at the game, or he's bad at his champion, or maybe he's completely alone. You agree with me, yeah?
Yep.
But we can also tell that if Blitzcrank W's towards you with his W on with tier 2 boots, he's probably looking to hook you or fight you.
Mhm.
You agree with me?
Yep.
That's his body language. That's what it's telling you, okay?
Mhm.
Now let's look at the map, okay? LeBlanc just used the W to push the wave. You can see because she TP'd on the map.
Yep.
Okay? And now she's clicking into Fog. Fog is everything that's black.
Yep.
Okay? What does this body language tell you?
He wants to reset.
He wants to reset. If he wants to reset, will he be on this wave? Yes or no?
No.
We can play it a bit. He still hasn't reset.
No,
Still hasn't reset.
Hell no.
Okay. So now we just drew the conclusion that he's not going to be in this wave.
Yep.
So now at this point, at 6:36, you know LeBlanc will not be on this wave, and you know that you're going to be on it.
Yep.
So at 6:36, you know you'll be able to roam. You agree with me? Because you will be able to crash this wave. LeBlanc will be in spawn, and you will have a free move to go top lane, or you can go bot lane. You can even hit plates. I don't think hitting plates is good in this elo most of the time, but you can also hit plates. So you should know now at 6:36 in the game that on the next wave, in 10 to 15 seconds, you have a timer, and that timer says, I can roam, I can hit plates, I can play with my jungler, I can fight, I can do whatever I want.
Yep.
You agree with me, yeah? Okay, so let's see what happens.
I have a question. In
Yeah?
what scenario ever would you hold these minions and create like a freeze? Would you ever like freeze here?
Yeah, you can. Okay, so let's say enemy mid laner is like, let's say it's Syndra, okay?
Yep.
This is a champion with low mobility, but Syndra scales really well and she has a lot of damage, yeah?
Yep.
So let's say you had a jungler like, let's say Xin Zhao or Vi, any bruiser, even
Yeah.
Graves is fine too, okay? Let's say you have a jungler with some sort of CC setup or even a support that has a mid move, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're playing against someone who's immobile. And you freeze this wave right here. Okay, let's say you freeze it right here.
Yeah.
And he walks back to lane, and you have a jungler that can either gank you or support that can gank you, and they're immobile. What do you think happens when they walk up to this freeze?
They're dead.
They're just dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So what you should take into account is, if you hold a freeze, what is the likelihood of either your jungler ganking you, your support ganking you, or you being able to solo kill the enemy mid in that position?
Yep. So when I freeze, I
Because-
need to think of the chances of me punishing my opponent.
Exactly. For example, if enemy mid laner was Malphite, would you ever freeze? Is there
No.
any point in freezing against Malphite?
No.
Of course not.
I wanna
Because what is he
shove
gonna do?
I want to shove and roam all game.
Exactly. Because no matter how many abilities you hit him with, you're not gonna kill him. If your team comes mid, they're wasting their time. If you freeze against them, he's gonna walk up and he's gonna push it instantly, and there's nothing you can do about it, yeah?
Yep.
But if you use your brain to realize when you can get crashes like this and roam, you can still blow open a game and you can still win the game for your team despite being in a disgustingly bad matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this you can pre-plan 20, 30, even a minute ahead.
Yep.
The higher you go, the more likely it is for people to plan ahead, okay?
Yep.
In competitive, it's common for junglers to pre-plan at least the first 8 minutes ahead of the entire game.
Mm-hmm. But like
On mid lane,
chess-
you can pre-plan the first 4 minutes, always.
Mhm.
Of course, some random shit might happen, that there's like a body net in the game, or there's some super freak who's just perma roaming, but most of the time you can pre-plan the first few minutes of the game ahead because you know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
You've played the matchups before, you've played the game 1,000 times, you've seen the champions before, you have an idea about what's going to happen. You don't think you can kill him here? Oh no.
Let me reinvestigate.
He uses ult, and now he uses E. So his ult only has 2 charges. I don't see if he got ult evolved or not, but sure. Let's say his ult has either 2 or 3 charges, and he just used his E. His E is, I think it's 25-second cooldown, so he's not going to use his E again. You just came out of spawn, yeah? Like
Yeah.
on this wave, earlier, -1 wave here, you came out of spawn, yeah?
Yeah.
LeBlanc is somewhere like here,
Yeah.
around this box. This guy is -1 level. You also have Ignite. And you're fresh out of spawn.
Yeah.
And he just used his E, which is his longest CD cooldown.
Yeah.
So you need to tell me, because you're the Nafiri player. But for me, when you have a level lead, that's 700 gold worth of stats. That's one level. That's 700 gold. And you just came out of spawn, plus you have Ignite, plus you have ult. In my opinion, I think you can kill him here if you played correct.
I thought LeBlanc was
But-
close though.
But you can track him, no?
I think she showed.
Let's say
I
you paid
stupid?
attention. Look. You can track him. He resets here. Okay. He probably hasn't clicked B yet. It's 637. Still probably hasn't clicked B yet. Still probably hasn't clicked B. Now 640. He probably clicked recall. Okay, so let's say 640. He clicks B. That takes 7 seconds minimum.
Mm-hmm.
7 seconds. So at 6:47, he's in base. He's in fountain.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's play. Crash the next. Crash the next. Whatever. Now he's walking back to mid. Shouldn't take this third shot.
Look, he's
Okay,
here.
now you see him.
Yep.
Yeah, now you see him. So you agreed that with the timer we saw, this is when he's in fountain.
Uh-huh.
So this is when we know he's in fountain. And now at 7:01, you see him hitting the mid wave.
Yep.
So now you should be able to calculate how long it takes for him to finish the minions. Let's just say it's 10 seconds. That's being pretty generous, but let's just say it's 10 seconds. So at 7:10 or 7:11, let's say, at 7:11, he's able to move.
Yep.
He still can't move. Now we see Kha'Zix.
But look at LeBlanc though. She was like on the way.
I mean, he's still not here. Now he's here.
Yep.
You don't think you can play this? I think you can play this.
I mean, I can
But
kill
maybe you
Kha'Zix,
disagree?
but I trade 1 for 1, no?
Okay. And you think that's good or bad?
So I don't know if he has a shutdown or anything.
Okay, but okay, let's say, what do you gain and what do you lose by killing him?
I gain gold, but then if LeBlanc kills me, she gains gold.
Okay, so let's put it up in pros and cons, just quickly. I'll do.
I kill Kha'Zix, my graves can go to the dragon.
Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, LeBlanc gets 300 bucks. I'll do N for Nafiri. Oh shit. N gets 300 bucks. Okay, both get 300 bucks.
Yeah.
LeBlanc will probably get this next wave.
Yeah.
So I'll do a W for wave as well. And you will lose 1 wave.
Yeah.
You will get +1 dragon because no camp, no camp, no camp, no camp, no camp, no camp. So if Kha'Zix is dead, what options does he have? To do dragon. So if you do 1 for 1 here, you're not trading 300 for 300. You're trading 300 for 300 plus dragon. You agree?
Yeah. And I do think I could have killed Kha'Zix, but in my head, like in the game, I didn't think it was worth dying 1 for 1. So that's why I ran
Okay.
away.
You can also make it's completely fine if you tell me I don't think doing 1 for 1 is worth it. Okay, that's acceptable. That's an acceptable answer. I don't mind. You can tell me that. It's fine.
Yeah, in
But I
this
also think
current moment,
that
I
if you
didn't
think
it was worth it. But now after seeing what you heard, or after hearing what you said, I think I should have just killed him.
Of course, I also think Nafiri isn't necessarily a champion that scales really hard with levels. For example, let's say your champion was Kassadin, or it's Syndra, or it's Ryze. You agree that these champions scale very well with levels, yeah?
Yep.
These champions want levels, which means they don't want to skip waves, they don't want to do random fights, and they don't want to be idle. They don't want to do nothing, right? They want to be permanently catching waves, maybe even doing jungle camps if after a certain point, and they want to be on side lane catching waves, etc., right?
Yep.
But assassins, they're the opposite of this, right? Assassins are usually pretty shit late game, except for maybe Zed, but they scale really well with gold, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So something like Zed, Nafiri, Kiana, even Echo, these champions scale with gold rather than levels. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you're playing champions that scale better with gold rather than levels, you should be more inclined to do trades that are even in gold, because if you trade even gold with somebody who wants levels, we agree that it's going to be worth it for you, yeah?
Yep.
For example, I'll give you an example you can understand. Okay? Let's say you're in Minecraft, okay? And you have 10 emeralds.
Yep.
And the other villager, there's a villager, he also has 10 emeralds.
Yep.
Okay? You can't craft anything with 10 emeralds, okay? You can only craft a block of emerald. That's the only thing you can craft with 10 emeralds. But if you give the 10 emeralds to the villager, he might have 20 emeralds now, but you have 30 diamonds. And you can craft armor with diamonds. and you can craft a sword, and you can craft a pickaxe, yeah?
Yeah.
So even though it's an even trade, let's say it's an even trade, it's going to be beneficial for you because you got something you prefer over what you had at the start. That's how you should think about golden assassins. Even if you think it's even, if they're playing a champion that scales with levels, you should be willing to take that trade. You get the example or no?
No, the Minecraft thing confused me.
Okay, LeBlanc is behind you. What do you think is the situation here?
LeBlanc probably wants to swallow me.
And you have no flash,
Yep.
no ult,
Yep.
and you're Bill Gates right now. You
Yep.
just got 2 kills. So your number one priority right now should be what? To reset, yeah?
Yep.
So then you need to find a situation where you can get a reset.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. Crashing this wave alone looks pretty hard, yeah?
Yeah.
It's 3 plus a cannon plus 1 extra, yeah?
Yeah.
This is 7 minions and 1 cannon, so 8 total, but cannon is obviously a bit bigger than the other minions. This is very hard for you to crash in this situation. You agree?
Yeah.
LeBlanc is right behind you, so she's probably gonna stop you from even crashing this, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brand is below enemy bot turret, okay? The enemy support just died. They just died right here. They're coming out of spawn, sure, but they just died. And Kha'Zix is dead. So currently Brand is in 0 threat. There's no threat on Brand, yeah?
Yeah.
And we agreed that you can't push this wave alone. It's too difficult for you. How can you make a situation where you get a push and you get to reset? You have teammates, and you know Brand is safe. So we can put an X on this guy. Kai'Sa is in spawn. Let's put an X on this guy. It's unlikely he's gonna help you. So now there's 2 teammates left.
My beautiful bar.
Okay.
But bro, I'm telling you, teammates don't listen to pings in the silo.
Of course, but let's say there's 20 teammates, 20 situations just like this, or similar, and you ping on top of their head to help you every single time. Out of those 20 times, you'd have to argue that at least one of them will come.
So you're saying this
Now, let's say you
could
get-
be the one.
It could be the one, but what I'm saying is, let's say you increase by 500 LP, yeah? If you ping help on top of your spot 20 times, how many of them are gonna answer then? More. We agree more, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say you increase by 500 LP again.
All of them are coming.
It's gonna be more.
Yep.
Maybe all of them. So even if only 1 out of 20 come with you right now, if you ping on them to help you in a situation where it's good, you're creating really good habits for yourself, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing as eating clean IRL or having a good sleep schedule. Even if it doesn't fix you today or tomorrow or in a week, in a month it'll fix you, or in a year it'll fix you. So if you can create good habits even while playing in low elo, it'll be really good for you once you get out of low elo, because then you will already have the habits that will help you win games.
Yep. But right now,
And you're
my
gonna make
habit
the
is
game
to
easier
push
for your
every
team.
wave.
Yeah, this is a bad habit, but this
Yeah.
is something you can fix. For example, something you can't fix is if you boot up in a game and you miss the first 25 Naafiri queues in a row. I can't fix that.
Yeah.
Am I gonna go into call with you and say, oh, Devin, bro, I think you should hit 1 Naafiri queues? How is that gonna help you? What is that gonna do?
It won't.
It will do nothing.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how to hit your queues. You gotta figure that out yourself. But I can tell you when you're griefing the wave or when you're not pinging help for your teammates, yeah?
Yeah.
So we just focus on what we can fix and what we can't fix. Because what we can't fix, there's nothing to be done. Okay, this is a pretty sad reset. Because we're gonna drop this wave, or if you stay, it's gonna be a bad situation. But now your bot opened top lane to an empty lane, because this wave is crashed. And all of this is fog. There's nothing here. We don't know anything. And bot didn't open bot lane. So if you pinged on bot's head to come help you crash mid lane, I think it's pretty likely that he would have come to help you. Because he already made the active decision not to go bot lane, and he didn't go to jungle, and top lane there's nothing as well. So if he helped you crash this wave, you would have been in a better position, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna skip through a bit because I think you understand the wave concepts now, or I'm not sure if you understand them, but at least I told you how to do them. Now you need to put it into practice. I will skip until we get to at least like mid game. I don't know what it's like in your elo, but for most of the time, past minute 14-ish, this is just an estimate. At around minute 14, you swap the bot lane to mid or bot lane to top, yeah? This is pretty common. I don't know if they do it in all elos, but at least in all of my games they do it, minimum, okay? So after minute 14, we agreed that you go side lane and your top laner most likely goes side lane, okay? And we agreed that there's 2 side lanes. So when you assign yourself into either top or bot, we need to make sure that it's the correct one every time. Because if you put yourself in the correct position every time, you're gonna be more likely to win your games, yeah?
Yep.
So then the next thought has to be, how do you make sure that it's always the right one? You should have things to think about. I'll give you the obvious ones. If you're really fed, do you want to open on a lane that has a turret with plates and gold on it, or do you want to open on a lane with no turrets and no gold?
With the gold.
Okay, I agree with you. So then we can make number one rule. If there's tower plus your fed, I'll just do it. I'll do an F for fed. Tower plus fed, that's rule number one. You should open into a lane that at least has some gold for you to take, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, go to rule number two. You play Ignite this game, okay?
Yep.
And let's say that the next objective coming is the Herald. This is Herald.
Yeah. I'm playing too far away.
So let's say you're on bot lane with Ignite when Herald spawns.
Yep.
And they're gonna fight Herald. What's gonna happen?
I won't be there, so I need to get the fuck out of bot.
So you have 5 kills this game. That means you have a lot of responsibility. And the next objective is gonna be Herald. But you don't have TP, and you're on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
So, and also there's no turret. This turret is gone. Obviously I'm drawing, so you can't really see it, but the turret is gone.
Yeah.
So in 1 minute, there's a Herald. There's no turret for you to take bot lane. You don't have Ignite, and you have a lot of responsibility this game because you have a lot of kills.
Yeah.
And we just opened bot lane. So with our first 2 rules, these are not the only rules, but these are the most important ones. What conclusion can you draw from this opening?
I should not go bot.
You should not go bot.
What
And
about
I
the
agree
wave,
with you.
though?
What you can do is, okay, this is a fix. This is not a rule. This is a fix. Let's say there's a lot of minions, okay? I'll do a
Yeah.
bunch of dots. This is minions.
Yeah.
In a lane, you can walk into the lane, crash it instantly, crash the
Yeah.
wave, and then you just either recall or you just beeline to the objective, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But at least in higher elos, what you should do is you should open top, and this guy should recall and go back to base, and then he's gonna open mid. Because let's say you open top, yeah, which would be correct, and your Kaiser's taking CS, or he's pinging you away, or he's mad at you for opening up into his lane. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Maybe you lose 1 game because of it, but in the long run you're gonna win 50 games because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he perceives as being wrong is actually correct. You should always trust yourself more than you trust your teammates because you can't control what they do. You can give 20 kills to your bot lane, but if their PC goes off in the middle of a fight, you can't control that.
Yeah.
So if you want, there's 2 options. The correct lane assignment would be to go top, but your Kaiser's already top for no reason. Or maybe he's hammering plates, I can't tell. But at the bare minimum, you should walk bot, you fix the wave, and then you just beeline to the objective. Because at the very least, you can crash the wave, you can recall, and then you can put yourself in the correct lane.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get gold, even if you don't get minions, even if you don't get a kill, at least you've put yourself in the best position you can for the game.
So ideally, if I
Okay.
went top, nobody would take this bot wave?
Yes, because what should happen is, I mean, first of all, the wave probably shouldn't look like this. The wave should be in neutral, but I don't really know what happened. Ideally, you should be opening top, and then Brand should go bot, and Kaiser should go mid. And then Brand will fix the wave, because Brand most likely, or I guess it's Brand 80 here, what the Kaiser top. Sure, if it's Kaiser top, then Kaiser should open bot, and Brand should open mid.
Mm-hmm.
Because you always want the person with TP, like let's say only one person has TP, right? TP. If only one person has TP, he should always be on weak side if he can, because he can just TP to the fight.
Yeah.
That's why I said when you have Ignite, it's very, very difficult for you to be on weak side, which is the opposite side of the objective, because then you can't connect with your team.
Yeah.
But if you're on strong side, which would be top lane, you can always connect with them and you can always be in the fight despite having Ignite. Okay, so now you understand the Ignite versus TP conclusion, at least in mid game. Because that's what mid game is going to look like once you get into a bit higher elo lobbies.
Yeah.
Every mid game is going to be about TP. Who has TP and who doesn't have TP?
Look here. Look, if you rewind a bit, I saw. If you play now, I saw. Look, Kha'Zix is like killing Graves, or LeBlanc did, and then look, LeBlanc. I assumed LeBlanc was gonna go bot to catch this camp, and then I think I see Kha'Zix going to his Krugs. So I think straight away we should fight mid because we'll have numbers advantage.
This is good thinking. This is good. There's hope for you.
So
Trading man advantages is one of the easiest way to win fights, even if you have like players who are really untalented or teammates who are just griefing. Because even if they're griefing, they can still be a body to help you win the fight. Okay, let's see. Kaiser's mid. Brand is bot. This is the only objective on the map. There's no Drake right now. Where should you go? Okay, why?
Alright, hover mid.
Give me the options and tell me why.
Well, top because nobody is top, so I can just chill there, enjoy. And the objective is top side, so it's calm. And then hover mid, I don't know, like maybe they see a nice little juicy Kai'Sa mid, and then they'll like try head her, and I just hover her and protect her. And I don't have TP.
So we agree now. You should be top lane. You have no TP, and it's the next objective, or it is the current objective rather. There are timers when you can open mid lane because you need to help them push the wave to get prio, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you look at the current wave, what does it look like?
It's pushing into them.
It's already pushing into them, right? So if you were to open mid right now, this gives us absolutely nothing, yeah?
Yeah.
So the best play you can do is just open straight top and just catch this wave.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let me show you something, okay? This is gonna be hard for you to grasp, but it's fine. You opened mid here, yeah?
Yeah.
And you said it's for mid priority on the next wave. The next wave will be somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Now Gragas is top lane, and you have no one top.
Yeah.
Which means he can push this wave, and he can also push the next one that comes right here, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody's top. So he gets 2 waves of push for free, yeah?
Yeah.
And with these 2 waves, do you think he's gonna click S and he's gonna stand still and go AFK on top lane, or what's he gonna do? Okay, and go where?
Maybe the dragon by that time.
And to go to dragon, he has to go mid lane, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's safely assume Gragas will push this and he's gonna push next.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty safe to assume, yeah?
Yeah.
Like very high chance. After he pushes these, we have no vision anywhere in this area. Okay, so we don't know if Gragas is now gonna reset and go mid, or if he's just gonna go mid through top. We have no idea, yeah?
Uh-huh.
So when you don't catch these top waves in his face, or at least reliably high up, somewhere around here, this creates a man advantage for the enemy team.
Yeah.
Because look what's gonna happen. Kai'Sa's gonna go top. Gragas should have pushed this next wave, but sure he doesn't. But now Gragas is a question mark. We don't see him on top. There's no wards, not a single ward in our top side. Not even one. So he could be right here, or he could be right here, while Kai'Sa is catching top wave right here. So now you're in a man disadvantage because we opened up into the wrong lane. But this situation could have been avoided if you open top lane. Of course, it works out, so you can use result-based analysis and say, oh, well, it worked out, so it was a good play, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just if you pause
Right.
at any time I press tab, yes. Bro, when I press tab and I see my teammates like this, I feel like the game is GG'd.
Yeah,
Like right now, I think the game is lost.
I mean, I get that.
When I see like 2-5, 2-6, 3-5, 0-3, like I don't know how I can't 1v. I feel like it's impossible for me to 1v5.
But don't you think you got the wrong mentality? Because
Yes, but
for
I
me,
don't know how to fix
when I
it.
see this game, I see that you have the most responsibility.
Yeah.
This guy has 0 kills. This guy has 2 kills. This guy has 2 kills. This guy has 3 kills.
Yeah.
You have the most CS on your team.
Yeah.
And you have the most kills.
Yeah. I'm playing perfect.
So you have the most responsibility out of anyone.
Yep. This
So if
happens
the
90% of my games.
Okay, I believe you. But if it happens in 90% of your games, and you think it's always lost from this position, doesn't that just mean you don't have any confidence in yourself? You don't think you can carry the game where you have the most responsibility, where you have the most gold, the most kills?
You might be right.
I mean, it's easy to look at this game and say, oh yeah, I mean, my team played bad. They have bad KDAs, they have no gold, they lost their lanes. But if you look at a game like this and say, ah, well, it's lost because I clicked tab and my team are losing, when you have the most responsibility and the most gold, I mean, don't you just lack confidence in yourself?
I mean, yes,
If you're the one who's... Yeah, go.
I agree with what you're saying, but like look at the enemy team. Like when I see this, I think like I need to like a 1v. Like if a fight happens, how the fuck do we win it? Like I can't 1v5 it.
You can create situations that are good for your team. Even if your team is 0-20, you can create good situations out of nothing. If you just play correctly.
I see.
Because eventually, this guy has to catch a wave. This guy has to catch a wave. Eventually, Kha'Zix will have to do camps. When they're busy, like everybody has jobs in League. Your job as a mid laner is to take mid waves. Your job is to roam. Your job is to do damage, right?
Yeah.
Bad's job, it's to ward. His job is to be a support. So be supportive, do CC. You
Yeah.
agree with me? Everyone
Yeah.
has jobs. The longer you get into a game, the more jobs you're gonna have to do. But the more expensive the jobs are to do. If you catch one wave, it's very expensive. You're gonna be away from your team for 20, 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you should create situations the best you can with the knowledge that you have, where either you have a man advantage, which you already know about, surprisingly. You already know how to create man advantages. So then it's just about using them. Because even if your team is shit, if you're 6-1 and you're playing a 5v3, you can't tell me in this game state that you're gonna lose a 5v3. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So
I
then the
agree.
game is still easily winnable.
Yeah.
Okay. Because then you should stop looking at games like that. It doesn't matter if you click tab and your team are all losing, you can still create winning situations no matter how bad the game is. Okay. So this was basically a 5v5/5v4, right?
Yep.
And you won.
Yep.
So without creating a really good situation, this was an okay situation because you had wards and you were all in time together. You were all on your like each other's screens. You still won a 5v5 despite you saying when you click tab the game looked doomed.
Yep.
Because if you're down 6 kills and you're down whatever much this is, 2 turrets, actually not even, it's no turrets, you're not even down any turrets. If you got Drakes earlier, which you did, and you're only down 6 kills and you're even in turrets and you just want to fight 5v5 when you said the game looked doomed, I don't think the game looks doomed at all.
Mm-hmm.
And the game is in your hands. You have the most kills, you have the most gold.
Okay, yeah, but this is also a bad thing because I tend to get like fed. No, no, all my games, but in the majority of them, right? I'm like fed, like you said, most responsibility. This is a common pattern that sometimes I witness. But it's also the downfall of me because I give huge shutdowns sometimes.
Yeah.
So I need to, because sometimes I see enemies and I randomly ult them and then I fly into them and give my shutdown. I need to stop
Yeah.
doing this. It's a bad habit. I need to play more safe.
Mm,
And I
yeah,
remember
in a way, yeah.
I play better. Well, from behind, I have like bad mental. But in a way, I play better from behind because when I'm ahead, I play way more confidence and I end up trolling games because of how confident I am. You get what I mean?
Yeah. But losing games when you're ahead is a good thing because that means you got yourself into a good situation and you ruined it yourself. You agree, yeah?
Yeah.
If you die with a big bounty, that's on you. You had a good situation and you turned it bad.
I've had a lot of those games.
Mm-hmm. But it's much more productive to be in a good situation and turn it bad than turn a bad situation into good. You agree, no?
Yeah.
Because the bad situation is hard to work with. For example, if you're 0-10, you have limited options. You're not
Yeah.
very strong. But if you are 7-1, you have a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
You're riddled with options this game.
Yeah.
You can win silent against LeBlanc because you have kills. You can win against Gragas because you one-shot him. You can tell your team to fight on whichever wave because you have the most gold. You have so many options this game.
Yep.
So you should not be so sad that you're dying with bounties because at least you're in good situations and you turn them bad instead of being in bad situations and you are forced to turn them good. Which of these champions do the most damage to Baron? Brand, yeah, he does a lot of damage because he has max health damage. And there's one more champion who has to hit Baron.
Kai'Sa.
Not necessarily, but he does a lot of damage too.
Wait, won't Graves be tanking it though? I thought if you tank Baron, you do like less damage.
You do, but he's important. Why?
He has smite.
Uh-huh. So this guy has to be there because of Smite. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brand is the ADC this game, I guess. So he's gonna have to DPS it. I'll just write DPS. So these two are locked on Baron.
Yeah.
This guy, he can go to Baron as well, but he can also poke. I'm assuming he's AP Kai'Sa.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. So he can also poke, yeah?
Yeah.
So now you assigned your teammates into jobs in a certain way, yeah?
Yeah.
But can't hit Baron because he doesn't do any damage to it, so it's pointless. Brand is the ADC. Usually this would be like, I don't know, Kai'Sa, Jinx, Yunara, etc. And Graves has to be on Baron because he has Smite and he has to tank it. So now you know 3 of the jobs, and Kai'Sa, she's a bit more flexible. She can have 2 jobs.
Yeah.
If you have 2 teammates who do a lot of damage to Baron, and Kai'Sa who can potentially also hit Baron, do you think you should hit Baron?
Probably not.
Okay. Probably not. So you should unironically in game get a job, yeah? You should figure out what your job is.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Enemy team has a lot of squishies this game. That's why Nafiri was good, yeah?
Yep, one trick, like I'll play her all the time.
All good. So in this situation, you're playing an assassin, and you don't want to hit this because it's not your job. And most likely they're gonna contest, because if they lose this Baron, the game looks really hard for them, yeah? So what should your job be when you know that they're most likely gonna contest,
I think I need
and
to...
you already have 2 allies hitting the Baron?
I think I need to be like in the river and create space for my team.
Now we're getting somewhere. You need to be either a disruptor or you need to be a flanker.
Yeah.
A disruptor is somebody who makes space for their team and he makes the game easy to play for their team. He does jobs that make everybody else's life easier, yeah?
Yeah.
For example, Anivia creates a wall, she has an ult. That's disruption. She makes space, she makes it annoying, yeah?
Yeah.
Syndra, QE, it's a lot of space. There's balls on the ground. It's annoying. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's say enemy team sees you right here. Okay? They see you like right here or right here or right here. Okay?
Yeah.
Any of these places, even right here. If you are in their spot and you see 7 and 1 Nafiri, what do you think they're thinking? They're scared of you, yeah?
Yeah.
And we agree, probably, that if you were to go on Sona, or you were to go on, I didn't see what ADC was, I think it's Seri. If you were to go on them, it's a high chance that you either trade 1 for 1 or you just kill them.
Yeah.
You have a lot of damage right now, yeah?
Yeah, but I probably have a shutdown on me, no?
Yeah. Perhaps. I don't know when the last time is you click tab. Let's see. If you click tab. Oh, you click out instead. That would do.
Yep.
Let's just see if you click tab.
So this is bad because we just let them walk up.
Or you die. Maybe you click tab. Okay, it doesn't matter. You had a 1k bounty. But the argument remains the same. You don't know what you're doing here. You misunderstood your job. Your job isn't to do damage to this. Your job at the minimum, even if you think you can't kill them, I can take that, you know? That's an okay argument for me. I don't mind. If you say you can't kill them or you're scared you're going to lose your 1k bounty, that's okay. That's a fine argument to make.
Yeah.
That's completely fine. But at the minimum, your job should be to push them back.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that they're going to run back to their fountain, or there's no guarantee that they're going to run all the way to bot lane, right?
Yeah.
But at the very least, you're going to be buying 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds maybe for your team. And those seconds are going to be damage to Baron instead of you actually hitting it. So every time you buy a second off of Sona and Seri, you're doing more damage to Baron because you're just transferring your time that you're wasting with them to the Baron here.
Bro, oh god, you're smart as fuck. Like, bro, oh my, bro. Yeah, no, you're right.
You see it now, yeah?
Yes, bro. I never even would have thought of that, bro. Like, I understand, like, I should play River and, like, zone them off, but I never thought, like each second I waste to them and I'm basically dealing damage to the Baron, you know what I mean?
Okay, you died here, and I'm gonna assume your team dies here.
Yep.
Probably they get Baron, and the game blows open.
Yep, precisely.
Exactly.
I know I'm depressed.
But this situation could have been so much better. You agree with me?
Yep.
Even if you just died and you got Baron, I think you don't die if you play it completely correct. But sure, let's say you die. If you get the Baron, the game state looks great, no? You have a tier 2 here you can get with Baron, because you get turrets easily with Baron because of the siege minions. There's gold here with Baron. So let's say this is, let's just say 800 gold. 800. This is 800.
Yep.
This is 800. This is 2.4k just in turret gold. Let's say you get some of the jungle camps as well. Let's count that up to, let's say 400. That's on the low end. That's at least 2.8k gold for free. And not only is it 2.8k gold for free, there's also soul coming up. If you get this Baron, the game is complete one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just one.
You get prio
It's
in every
3k gold almost. It's prio in every lane almost. And it's soul coming up. And I think all of this could have been prevented if you just held the line. This line right here. But I think this is enough for today, because mostly what I want you to focus on is you should figure out what your job is in game. For example, if you play Malphite or if you play Nautilus, you should know what your job is. You should know that your job is to help your team. You should buy space. And you should make it annoying for the enemy. You shouldn't try to kill people. When you play Nafiri and you're in this state with this many kills and this much gold, understand what your job is. Your job is to kill carries. In this situation, your job is to push them back and buy time. And in lane, just try to focus on the waves, okay? If you crash minions and the wave hits the minions that are crashed, it's gonna be a bounce. Figure out what you want to do with your lane level 1. Do you want the lane to be neutral? Some lanes want that. For example, Victor, Syndra, they want the lane to be neutral. If you're playing Nafiri, you want them to push into you, because then you can kill them. You have high lethal ranges. You have a lot of damage. You have Ignite. You want them to push into you because you just run them down. So you should just don't tilt looking at the team score. It doesn't matter. Try to put yourself in good situations where you can carry the games. All right. I think that's what I got for today, bro.
That's fine, bro. I appreciate your time and effort.
You got a lot of homework now to do.
Of course I do, bro. I appreciate it so much, bro.
All good.
Thank you for your time. Have a beautiful evening, bro.
You too, Devin. You too.
Peace, peace,
Good
peace.
luck.
Bro, that was like I went to school. That was like I was in detention and he was like my teacher getting me to write notes, bro. Like, bro, My brain, bro. On God, I have a headache, bro. Like my brain actually hurts from thinking. You know what I realized? I don't use my brain at all when I play League. I genuinely don't. I maybe use my brain for max 20-second in a 25-minute game of League. Bro, he's a genius, bro. I never would have saw that coming.